Hi, it's David here with Futures Trading. I put out a video earlier about 2 hours ago. We want to start making some, I guess, some emphasis on that chart scale. All right, now I put this information out actually a few months ago. All right, so I put it out some months ago here, and I've been teaching this for many, many years, but I made it available to the public in about 18 minutes. So 18 minutes gave you three different turning points. Now there's your trend and there's your price action method. So about 40 minutes worth of foundational information. Now this is just something to kind of get you a good baseline when it comes to trading. And so I made this section for it. Now, if you're winning this, and I'll prove it to you. And again, there's that price action method and there's that trend. So between all three of these, you can view that information exclusively, and you should be able to get a good foundation for your trading. All right. Now, the section here, I want to do some of it in real time. I definitely want to do that. But for right now, it's the weekend. And so I have a little bit of time on my hands. And so I want to give you another video. And so we're going to try to just add, I guess, just as many as I put in here. Maybe, I don't know, maybe eight, seven, somewhere in there. Again, just try to give you some information. Now, the focus of the channel, again, is that price action trend as well as that method, but I don't want to leave you without a location. And so that's the real reason why I want to get this section going. And again, want to make sure that you understand that I am the pioneer professional of this method. I already had an individual try to copy me since being here. All right, so but I want to make sure that you are not led away and start adding a bunch of stuff to this because it's just not necessary. It's very simple and it's been in front of you the whole time. And that's what I'm trying to do, make you aware of some information that's been there the whole time. All right. So if you've been trying to follow me in the last couple of weeks, I'm unable to follow you back. There's something going on with this platform. I took and made them aware of it this morning, so they should be able to rectify the situation a bit sooner. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the chart. And we're going to look at some more information. All right. Now, let's dive into this before I get going. All right. Now, things I won't do. All right. So, I'm not going to sensationalize trading. I'm not going to do that. I won't plaster my face all over the video. Spend your time being egotistical for an extended period of time and sharing a couple minutes of actual content. I won't mentally manipulate you by enticing you to follow me by deceptive behaviors such as purchasing views and likes. And I won't promote various indicators over time to attract more viewers by abandoning the core information of the channel. So this is something that I'm never going to do. I'm not going to do this. So that's why you're not seeing the intros, the elaborate intros, because I'm not doing no sensationalizing. I do not want to entice you to be a trader at all. I actually want to make you aware of an official and an established way of doing something like the doctors and, of course, the lawyers. There's procedures that they go through. There's proceedings, and of course, when they're operating on people or having to render a judgment against someone at the court, there's an official way of doing it, and they never change, no matter who's in front of them. They don't change. They keep doing the same thing, and so trading is monotonous and it's boring, and it essentially needs to be approached. From that standpoint, that is something that's statistically proven and it's something that's mechanical, and you don't change how you interact with it. And so we're going to utilize this chart frame. All right. So we're going to take a look at this chart frame because if the market is going to turn, I can pretty much guarantee you it's going to happen right in front of you. All right. So we're going to go with this frame here and we're going to do it from top to bottom. We're going to just kind of take a look at it. All right. So this is where the market should turn. It should turn right in the frame that you're looking at. And so this frame is always here. There's not an infinite direction that they're going to take without going back in the opposite direction. I can assure you that. So if you're looking at it bar by bar, that's the equivalent of you standing nose to nose with a crop duster, and you will mistake it for Air Force One every time. I guarantee you. It's not until you kind of pull yourself away from it that you may get a better view as to what's actually happening. All right, so I try to give you the bar by bar analysis. And again, I gave you the price action method, which is you being close. That's you nose to nose. If you want to get in it and try to get right back out of it, that's totally there. All right, and I gave you the trend, which is a little bit more of a broader perspective of it. But this is by far what you should do every now and then. You should be able to just pull up your chart, kind of compress that data, kind of get a little bit of it in view so you can kind of see what they've been doing over time and then you'll get a better understanding as to what's possible. All right. Now, the ranges are in this frame as well. All right. So you can grab those ranges on the channel as well. And I'm trying to do all this in 10 minutes. This is the NQ, and we'll look at gold. We'll do the same thing. But I want to make sure you understand what I'm shooting for here on the channel. I want a mature audience to follow me. All right. I want, again, just some committed people that's serious about their trading and want to actually have trading make sense. And they want to wake up and just repeat the same steps over and over and over again. All right. So, without further ado, let's just kind of scroll forward and begin to look at this information this way. All right. So, wherever the market is turning, I can pretty much guarantee you uh, it's going to be right within view. Yeah, I mean, right inside that frame. You're going to see the market turn right inside that frame. All right. And I gave you some time ranges to kind of, I guess, mitigate some of the ups and downs that they're doing because they do a lot of that back and forth. We want to kind of cut some of that cyclical activity down to something that you can begin to interact with if they don't decide to get to these locations straight away. All right. Now they will get there. It's just a matter of when. And so timing the market is what essentially you'll pay a professional to do because that's what having a professional train you to do is try to time it, how to get in it, without having to deal with a lot of drawdown. All right. So, but this should give you an idea of where it should happen at. And that's the main thing. Like if it's going to happen, now you can take a look at that. All right. Center of the scale dropped right off. It ran straight to the lower part of the scale there, based at that lower part before you got another push down. And so clearly above this lower half, they would need to hold this in order to make that run up. All right. And so as long as they're pulling up on it and willing to keep, kind of running away from it, that's what you have. Now, the turn should happen if they can stay above it. And of course, that's that low volatility in the evening time, kind of playing around. Now, I've done my homework with my time windows here, and I hope you have noticed that these ranges tend to form right in the areas that kind of make sense when you're looking at the chart. That's all. And so if you're not someone that want to use the chart scale, you can use those time ranges, but I encourage you to just consider it. Again, just consider it as a professional approach to markets. And again, I've been doing it for many, many years and been teaching it this way. And it's very simple. All right. So as the chart scale adjusts, that's fine. Okay. But the key is not to be taken by I guess, the oscillation of the activity to the point where you're not paying attention to what's actually possible. All right. So you want to see what's possible? Where are they actually going when they take off? All right, where are they headed to? All right, so if they're not going under here, and clearly that's how that works. All right, now is if they're above the center of the scale, they're bullish, and if they're beneath it, then they're bearish. All right, now of course you would really want them to stay above here in order to keep the market up. And so you'll notice again with the chart scale, it will adjust, but the goal is to have you focus in on the location of the activity. All right. Where is it at in the grand scheme of the whole scale? All right. And then that way you can get a better understanding of its activity. All right. So that is the give you a little bit more. And then we're going to look at that goal really quickly here and kind of do the same thing. All right. So that's that. Now let's take a look at that goal. Let's kind of do that, kind of give you both aspects of it here. All right, so now this is gold, and it works on any market, any time frame. It doesn't matter. I'm just giving you the 1 minute of these two markets because they're the most, I guess, popular right now. So we'll just take a look at these. All right, so we're kind of just getting stuck in between with this gold, but we do know we're beneath the center of this chart scale. So what are we going to do? Go up or are we going down? We can't just hang out here the whole time without going somewhere. Okay, so there you go. They made it down there. All right, so now look at the run up right to the center of the scale, and there's the drop down. And you can go back and pause the video and I guess do it a little bit slower, change it or speed it up, totally up to you. But I just want to give you an idea of this information and how powerful it really is this way without being bar by bar with it. All right. And so I encourage you occasionally maybe just get a chart and kind of get away from it. Pull away a little bit. Don't get too close where they're change how you're viewing the information. Again, right around that price level, just being cyclical. All right, so now we're feeding right into that halfway point. There's your decline back under. Now we're coming back towards it. Can we hold above? Can we hold above? We're staying beneath. Okay, now look at the time ranges as well, where they're located at. They're trying to capture the turns for you, the in-betweens until they get to these particular locations. They're trying to help you navigate it just a bit. All right, so there's your chart adjustment. Oh, there's the bullish run. All right, let's see what we get here. All right, did you see it? All right, we came under just a bit, came back, jumped up. There you go. Just trying to give you a little bit of information here to take with you moving forward. And again, we're going to try to build up that section. And so that way you can have an idea of where the market turning points can happen at and stand a better chance of getting your trades to work. All right. Just a bit more, and then I will let you go. Okay, that's kind of the low volatility stuff. Okay, now if you're looking for range when the market should break out of a range, first you got to know where the range is at, and it shouldn't take 150 bars before you realize the market is ranging. It shouldn't do that. I even told you that hey, if the bars are touching the mids, the mid of the prior bar, you're in the range. You're definitely in the range because when they're not touching, when the bar's high is not touching the price pattern, when the bar is not touching the high of the current bar's mid, or when you're going down, if the bar's low is not touching the current bar's mid, it should continue down. That's some back and forth for you. Okay, let's get a look on that. All right, first they shot up, gave you a move down off that lower part of the chart there. All right. So just wanted to give you some information. Again, I will not sensationalize trading at all. I want to make sure that you're able to view this information in a very contextual standpoint. You don't want to overcomplicate it. Now, this is, of course, Friday's information before they closed. I'll give you the NQ of that, kind of give you an idea of what that looked like before the end of day there. Right back up near that upper part, and then we ended the day there. All right, so want you to know that this is what you're going to be experiencing when you're on the channel with futures trading, and I wish you all the best with your trading. Take care.